I've been working hard towards my goals. I've been doing all the good habits. I've been making the habit tracker. I've been on NoFap. I've been on gratitude journaling. I've journaled at all. I meditated. I ate good. I exercised. I read books. I did everything. I was working on my goals. I was doing like everything you can imagine. It was getting harder. But since all the people said that it was supposed to get harder, that the hard point is where most people quit. If they don't see results for a long enough time, they just quit because it stops being fun. And yeah, the gap, the no man's land of just boringness and the hard times is what they said. What separates the weak from the strong, the successful from the unsuccessful, the sheep from the lions. So, since I wanted to be good and successful, I continued. It was getting harder. I slept less for some reason, I don't know. I was doing less of the bad habits. So I thought, yeah, I was progressing, I was getting better. Then I noticed that I wasn't doing any of them at all. I wasn't scrolling at all, like my phone was in grayscale, I wasn't watching entertainment. And then I noticed I wasn't even laughing. All the bad dopamine went away, and with it, like even genuine dopamine. I was so serious and so disciplined, masculine, and whatever you want to call it, that I stopped even like feeling. The world started to feel gray. I started to feel like this monotone feeling, like work or nothing. I stopped smiling, laughing, and yeah, all the meaning somehow just went away. I was going on full discipline all the time. On one hand, I wasn't doing any bad thing, problematic things, though for some reason, even the productive ones started to feel like grey, like the rest of the world. All the discipline just made me into something of a machine. I was just doing the things that I was supposed to, but I wasn't feeling. And after some time in this state of just grey, in this state of meaninglessness, I started to question even the feelings like towards my goals. Why am I doing them? What's the actual reason? Like I'm going to die eventually, and when I do, like I won't care. Why just do this? Why just suffer? Why just don't laugh? Why just don't do anything? It's gonna be like I'm gonna remember all the times I've been just in this void. Wouldn't it be better for me just to, I don't know, do something I like? And this is the exact same point at which it got hard enough for me to quit. I got into a rut. I started to indulge on the progress I made. I started to watch entertainment content. I stopped doing the good habits. Some of them I kept because they were like nice and yeah, I like them. But I started to indulge a little. I started to like watch some videos, some entertainment, listen to some music. Then I even just skipped a few sessions in the gym, I think. Not so much, since I enjoyed the gym still, but I get into a little of that. When you compare my previous just total discipline, it was like day and night change. I indulged, I did the dopamine shit, and I felt disgusted with myself. After three days, something around the line. After 3 days of this, I started to feel bad. And what happened? The discipline which I somehow lost, the reason which I somehow lost, just returned. And I got back on self improvement. I started to do the same shit. I started to improve. I started working to my goals. I also saw the reason why I started. It just came to me again, like, yeah, I need to do this because my life's gonna be better, because I'm gonna get girls before, because everything. And it all just came back after this rut, after this low that I experienced. And then I started grinding again and again. I was doing all the good habits. I was not masturbating. I was researching. I was doing journaling. I was doing gratitude, exercising, meditating, doing the habit tracker. I was getting more and more disciplined. And as you can guess again, the cycle repeated. I then got bored of it. There was no dopamine, there was no motivation, and yeah, the cycle of just highs and lows and highs and lows repeated. Of course, the highs and the lows were changed by the time I was getting higher highs and higher lows. Actually, the progress on self improvement is like this little jagged peak, but you can make it better. In the last about month, I managed to fix this shit. And if you want to do so, you have to understand how dopamine works. Dopamine is the motivation chemical. It's what makes you motivated. And as all say, like discipline is better, you don't have to rely on motivation, blah blah blah. You can do both. You can do both. And that's the like the greatest thing. Like yeah, you can be the most disciplined person, but it's not gonna be fun for you. And well, since you're gonna grind anyways, because there's nothing else to do, you might as well just make yourself enjoy it. And how to do so? Well, you need to know how dopamine works. Dopamine is released when you're in anticipation towards something, when you're working on your goals. But as all things, it gets dulled after some time. Because if you have the same stimuli over and over, it's not gonna hit as hard every time. You might have experienced like porn, or drugs, or alcohol, or anything. When you start to drink and start to indulge more and more, yeah, it feels better, but after some time it just gets dull. It just doesn't feel like the first time because your dopamine has been like accustomed to it. And this exact same thing is with all things. When you get progress, you feel great because you get progress. So you do it more and you progress more and more and more. But after some time, even progress starts to feel boring. Even the good habits start to feel gray. And even like anything that's good for you starts being like meh. And the bad habits start to feel better, like even better. So the thing you need to do is to balance the things. And I know, everyone says like balance is great, balance is this, balance is that. And all the successful people say you don't need balance, balance is for poor people. Things like this. You can have, again, as with the good things, the bad things, with discipline and motivation, yeah, you can have both. And if you do have both, you're gonna have just the peaks, and the troughs will be so little valleys that you won't even experience them, and the motivation and the momentum you're gonna have is gonna be like extremely great. So the thing I'm like experimenting with right now is about 1 to 2 rest days a week. It's fucking crazy. Like rest days. If you have been going to the gym, you know like rest days are something you need to do. And yeah, you need to do for physicality, for your body. You need to do rest days because you're gonna get burned out. Why not do it for your nervous system? Why not do it for your brain? Why not just go off the grind for some time? Why? Nobody says that because yeah, you have to work harder. But ever thought about it? Like work and just any mental work is exactly the same thing as just physical work. You're doing something with your brain, you're stressing it, you're going past the point where it hurts, where it's difficult, where you don't like it, where your brain just wants to quit. You're doing it. But if somebody were to like, yeah, okay, train all sets to failure and do it every day, all day, you're gonna get sick or injured. So, the more rational and the better thinking people take rest days. But for some reason, in this toxic self-improvement, work, discipline fucking community, you're not supposed to like you're not supposed to rest your brain because for fucking why? Andrew Tate said we fucking have to work all day, every day. That's fucking like that's retarded. Like literally. So, how to actually do it? What's the actual thing? I like to stack it along with my physical activity. So if I'm doing PPL, push pull legs, then on the fourth day I rest in the gym, right? Instead of resting your brain at the same time as your body, since it's gonna probably lead like to some bad places because you're gonna be unproductive all day. I like to have my mental rest days on some days where I have some physical activity scheduled. So this could be I went go to school, I come back, I go to gym, but then after I don't again do like some business thing, I don't read books, I don't do anything. I just relax and do like fucking nothing. Do the things that's like it's unproductive. Like listening to music, watching some videos, not even researching, just doing like dopamine shit, boring shit. But then the next day, when it's like actual rest day in the gym, I do mental shit because I know my mental side is refreshed from the like rest day, those mental, and I just continue this. So it's like you are gonna have a rest day for your head, for your nervous system, or a rest day for your body. And if you combine this for long enough, you will experience the troughs because your dopamine, and this is the most important thing, your dopamine is gonna get multiple sensory inputs. It's gonna get multiple stimuli, multiple different kinds, and if there's enough of them, you won't get burned out because you're gonna just switch from this to that and from this to that. You're gonna get dopamine from reading, from researching, from meditating, from gratitude, from working towards your goals, from going to the gym. Okay, that's okay. You're getting it before, but you're also gonna get it, and you're also gonna get dopamine from the bad things, from fucking watching entertainment, from listening to music, from fucking doing pointless shit, from laughing. And since it's gonna like since the dopamine is gonna come from like fucking 40 different stimuli, it won't get as burned out, and you're gonna have motivation for longer, and you're gonna enjoy it for longer. So instead of grinding like a fucking robot, you're gonna grind like something actually intelligent. I'm on a mission to help people that were like my younger self. I want to stop them mentally masturbating. I want to show them how to actually achieve their goals. I want to show them how to do the thing I do now, which I didn't do. I want you to get great. I want you to get successful. So if you enjoy this, if you get like any knowledge from this, like hit the subscribe button because there's more knowledge coming from where that came from, and I'm only gonna get better since I'm smart and I know this shit. So